Hello, I'm Delia Colon, and this is WEDU Arts Plus. Let's head to Ringling College of Art and Design in Sarasota to meet senior Melvin Gómez. We visit his studio to learn how he's using his talent to give back to his home country of El Salvador.
Since my childhood, I was exposed to be creative by making my own toys with the material that I found in nature, including wood, clay, rock. And since then, I have been really interested in art. And one of my neighbors, he's a painter, and I always looked at his work, and at some point I asked him if he was willing to teach me because he don't teach. And he said yes. So I started having classes with him, with my neighbor, and that's how I started getting truly into painting and drawing. And in 2014, I got the opportunity to study visual art in an international school in Norway. And I met Kimberly White, Associate Director of International Admission from Ringling. And I knew about the fine art program, and I said, I want to go there.
As department head, I look at all the applications, and when Melvin arrived, he came from the school in Norway. So I thought he would be Norwegian. And then he showed up on campus, and obviously he was not Norwegian. He's a really gifted painter. He's expressive. He's got great content that's there. He's trying to deal with the human condition and bigger issues. But just in the general way of applying paint, I just love his surfaces and a sense of color and composition and form and brush marks.
He knows that his hand can make certain marks that no one else's can. This kind of mark is more appropriate for the horse. This kind of mark is more appropriate for the figure. This kind of mark is more appropriate for the landscape or the light source in the clouds. That ability to grasp that and to organize it and then to adjust it continuously is like, I think everyone who has worked around Melvin knows that like his trajectory is like superstar level, like, and we're all glad just to be part of it. I would say it's incredibly rare, and the level of sophistication goes into not just like great technical skills as far as rendering, but seeing some of the compositions, you start to see right away, oh, there's dynamics of interaction, social, political, and historic as well.
There is really a strong composition to see children shooting a horse. But I grew up in El Salvador, around that social context with guns. I don't want to glorify violence. At the same time, I want also the viewers to have their own interpretation when they confront my painting, because, for instance, the painting in the back is a construct, life and death.
Like, you can talk about philosophy with Melvin. You can talk about like political things. You can talk about like really deep intellectual associations of subject matter that oftentimes you never get to that point in a conversation with students.
My art has some classical approach in my artistic process, but at the same time I'm trying to pursue and find my own voice.
He knows what he's doing, and we're just here to help along with like technical advice, conceptual advice, maybe some references or historic context, but the subject matter, the themes, what he's creating, inventing, and transferring to the surface, that's entirely his, and it's beautiful.
That is my main inspiration, to express human condition, emotion, feelings, and desire. And I use my personal experience as an inspiration. In 2009, my life changed forever. I was a victim of gun violence in my country. I saw art, in a way it gave me hope and motivation to move forward in life. I wake up happy to pursue my passion, and I'm so happy to come to my studio because there is a painting waiting for me.
There's been times where I've come in here, like there's been a Thursday class, and I come back in on Monday, and I'm like, how did you even do all this work? Like did you sleep?
I'm gonna graduate in May next year. My goal at the moment is to teach. Also, I want to go back to my country and share what Ringling taught me. I went back to my country after I finished my studies in Norway, and I opened an art school for children with the mission of breaking the cycle of gun violence and providing the tool to create art. 3 years ago, with my neighbor who taught me painting classes, and I told him, like, while I'm not here, you are in charge from the art school, and when I come back, I'll take full responsibility. My main focus is to keep them busy and spend their time positive.
It'd be great for Melvin to stay here. I think he'd be an incredible asset to the community and a great leader, and maybe he'll come back. But I think he could bring all those traits back to his home country and really build something special over there.
It's truly important. Painting to me, in some way, I would say, saved my life, because it truly gave me a new perspective in life, and I don't see myself doing something else.
Check out more of Melvin's artwork on Instagram. Just search Melvin Gómez Art.